Electric car sales are on the rise in the U.S., and it's true outside of California as well. According to Bloomberg New Energy Finance, in 10 U.S. states, EVs represented at least 10% of all new passenger car sales in the first half of 2023. Andrew Grant, the group's head of intelligent mobility research, joins us from our London office. And Andrew, I mean, this makes sense, right? Because as some on the right would say, the government is shoving them down our throats, subsidizing them heavily, and really trying to push EV sales. So is that working?
I mean, the early stage of any market, you need a bit of policy help and a push to get it going. From our experience, we've seen that once you hit a certain threshold with electric vehicles, you can start dialing back on some of those really heavy-handed incentives, whether they purchase incentives or other financial structures, and then let the market start taking care of itself. Now, I'll mention China, for instance, which in August had 38% of the passenger car sales being of the electric variety, both plug-in hybrid and fully battery electric, and that's after they've removed a lot of the purchase incentives. So, yeah, it seems there is a threshold that can push this market forward.
Right.
But all regions and all segments are going at different rates.
I mean, in China, there are over 100 EV producers, right? So a lot of the market, that's the supply there. The question is, what's the demand look like here in the U.S.? And, you know, a lot of people expected 5% to be the tipping point. Now I guess we're looking for 10. It keeps getting pushed back. When is the point at which you can take away what, at least in this state, are currently subsidies totaling almost $10,000 per vehicle and still expect Americans to buy these electric vehicles?
The only clean answer for you there is it depends. It depends on which segment you're talking about. It depends on which states. It depends on the income and GDP per capita in different states. And even some information that we found around the political leanings within a certain state will influence how electric vehicles are adopted. So there's no clean point. It's somewhere between 5 and 10 is what we believe at the moment. But it'll vary significantly depending on what vehicles are in the market and what consumers are actually wanting to buy.
Maybe more interesting, or certainly safer, would be if we had viable autonomous vehicles, right? Because so many people are killed in car accidents due to human error in this country. At what point do we actually see the rollout of truly autonomous vehicles here?
I mean, there's the early stages of fully and highly autonomous vehicles that are taking place in cities like Austin, San Francisco, from companies like Waymo and Cruise and others. But really what's more interesting, I think, in terms of getting passenger cars into consumer hands is the consistent interest that automakers have had in advanced driver assistance systems and partially autonomous vehicles. These are ways that they can really get their vehicles to stand out in what you pointed out is already an incredibly crowded electric vehicle market with lots of vehicles on offer.